So now we've turned the corner around the side of the museum and heading towards the addition. A rather unlovely connection, just a bare blank wall connecting it on this side. Not even really connecting it, but kind of contiguous to the old building. But up ahead we see a glass box jutting out and a sculpture, several sculptures all along the top, all along the side there, the edge facing me. I'm not sure if you can see those sculptures, but they're there. I can see them, and presumably you may be able to also. So this is starting to get a little more interesting, and let's go see that glass facade as we move further along the side. Moving along now, we come to a feature of the building that I found a little problematic from the inside, and I'll show that to you in my interior video. These are pathways going from one part of the Foster addition to another, and getting through these pathways, you see someone walking there right now, necessitates walking through doors. There's someone coming in. Glass door on one side, leading to another set of glass doors on the other side. I'm not sure if we're going to see those, but it's not always apparent. Here comes someone out the other side. It's not always apparent that you're supposed to go through those doors to continue your journey in the art of the Americas. And in fact, my husband never saw part of it because he didn't realize he was supposed to go through those glass doors. I originally didn't either, and then kind of figured it out. So there needs to be, well, you can't do anything about that design anymore, but you sure could do better signage to make it clear how to navigate the space from here to here and continue in the same kinds of galleries that you're exploring. And here we see, I'll try to get this from a further angle later, that here we see the transition from the part of the building that's trying to be respectful to the original, the glass passageway, the glass walkway, and then a very vast glass-fronted building. And as we continue along this vast glass facade, and you can see the people within, which is sort of neat, although this is not a really high-traffic street as far as pedestrians, as you can see. It's actually not a street that's walked along very much. But as you do walk along it and see the leaf blowers doing their work on this late fall day, you also see that the glass facade ends, and we see another passage here, like the one that we saw before, that's trying again to be respectful to the original cladding of the original building, and again another set of glass walkways. And as I mentioned, this is a cell phone friendly zone, and you'll see people all day long talking on their cell phones here as I compete with the leaf blower, because this is an area that's not in the galleries but very close to it. So I know that wasn't the original intention of this passageway, but it's certainly being used like that. And here again is the symmetrical other side of the facade along this side street here. So now we're coming around this corner, and into view again comes the older building as we move around towards the Fenway, the side of the building parallel to Huntington Avenue. And there it comes looming into view as we make this turn to the back side of the building. We'll continue on and see what else we see there. So here we are along the back of the building, and it looks like there's another entrance here on the Fenway. It does say Fenway Entrance. I'm not sure to what degree the public is allowed or expected to use that. I think most people are intended to enter on Huntington Avenue, but this street is a little more trafficked, not hugely so, but you do see some pedestrians finding their way here. And of course you have this bit of backyard here, the Fenway, with cars parked along here. This may be a one way of parking. I haven't checked that out. But the building itself still looks magisterial and marvelous. The addition I'd say less so. It doesn't, to me, seem very appealing visually, but we'll talk about how it does its job in another Culture Girl video. So now we've backtracked from the Fenway. I wanted to give you a better view of the entire expanse of this Norman Foster facade. And this is not the ends of the museum's plans for expansion. They've actually acquired another building, which eventually they're hoping to turn into more space, some of it for appointment-only kinds of collections. One curator likened it to the Perelman building at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, where there's another structure acquired at a short distance away, used for certain specific purposes. But that's quite a bit down the road yet. That's a future plan, but not being worked on too actively at the moment. I think they're still digesting this latest very grand, large expansion. This actually is the building that the Boston Museum of Fine Arts has acquired for its future expansion, and it really is quite a grand looking place. Right now it has a sign in front of it that says Forsyth Dental Center, but it does look like work is being done on it even as we stay here. I don't think the museum has plans to expand here anytime soon, but I guess some remedial work of some kind had to be done. And in the future we may be visiting between this building and that building, which is the main campus of the Boston Museum of Fine Arts.